Welcome back to Whatever You Need, the channel where we look beyond headlines and explore the stories that pulse beneath the surface. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. Hit that subscribe button, tap join to support our growing family, and don't forget to like and comment to share your thoughts, because tonight's story isn't just news, it's an unfolding chapter of love, memory, and unfinished words. In the early stillness of a small village near Izmir, the calm of an ordinary morning was broken by the appearance of a sleek, dark car with tinted windows. No one at first paid it much attention, until someone caught a glimpse of the man inside. Beneath a cap pulled low and sunglasses meant to deflect recognition, there was a familiar voice, a familiar posture. "I couldn't believe it," said one of the young residents. It was Halil İbrahim Ceyhan, alone, quiet, thoughtful. And just like that, the whispers began. By midday, every street, every cafe corner was murmuring the same question: why was Halil here? For the people of the town, the answer seemed to hover between curiosity and intuition, because this was not just any place. This was the village where Sıla Türkoğlu, the actress whose name has often been intertwined with Halil's, was born. Eyewitnesses recount that the actor arrived not with an entourage, not with cameras, but quietly, as if retracing someone else's footsteps. His first stop was the old schoolhouse, a modest building weathered by decades of sun, the same place where Sila had spent her childhood years. Then, witnesses say, he walked to a tea house by the river, a location locals recall as one of Sila's favorite spots, where she once came with friends to watch the sunset shimmer across the water. He sat there for nearly an hour, said the owner of the tea house. He ordered black tea, no sugar, and kept looking at the river, lost in thought. It felt like he was searching for something he couldn't quite find. Later that day, Halil was spotted wandering through the town square, pausing in front of an old statue that stands as a symbol of the village's endurance. The coincidence did not go unnoticed, especially since just weeks earlier, Sila herself had been photographed in that very spot, smiling quietly beside her family. Could this be more than coincidence? According to a source close to the actor, this was no spontaneous detour. Halil has been reflecting deeply on his past, the source revealed. He speaks of Sila often, about things left unresolved, emotions unspoken. He feels he hasn't truly closed that chapter of his life. The rumor mill churned faster than ever, fueled by fans who have long rooted for the pair both on and off screen. Hashtags bloomed across platforms, hashtag Halil back home, hashtag Siland Halilforver, hashtag second chances. Each post carried the same question, shaped by hope and nostalgia: could this be a sign of reconciliation? Yet the most touching moment came not from a reporter or a fan, but from a local elder, a neighbor who once knew the Türkoğlu family. He stood there, she said softly, in front of the old house where Sila grew up. He didn't knock, he didn't call anyone. He just looked at the window, sighed, and left. You could see his heart in his eyes. Hours later, a passerby recorded a brief clip of Halil getting into his car. In the faint hum of the village street, his voice could be heard saying, "Some places hold more than memories." That phrase alone was enough to ignite the internet. Within minutes, fans were flooding social media with interpretations, each more emotional than the last. According to unverified reports, Halil's visit might have been prompted by a letter, allegedly written by a childhood friend of Sila's, reminding him that true love never fades, it only waits. Whether the letter exists or not remains a mystery, but the theory has only deepened the sense of destiny surrounding his journey. A journalist from Izmir who managed to speak with Halil moments before his departure described the encounter in vivid detail. "I asked him if his visit was related to Sila," the journalist said. He smiled faintly and replied, "Some stories deserve a different ending." Then he got into his car and drove away without looking back. Those words have since been repeated in headlines, quoted in captions, and dissected in endless online discussions. Meanwhile, Sıla Türkoğlu's team has maintained strict silence. But a close friend of the actress revealed that she was informed of Halil's unexpected visit, and that it deeply surprised her. The source added, "Sila is in a period of calm, focusing on her projects and herself." Hearing that Halil was in her hometown stirred old emotions, not in a painful way, but in a reflective one. She needs time to understand what this means. A few hours later, keen-eyed fans noticed something curious on Sila's Instagram story, a fleeting post showing the river of her village, paired with a short line, "Nothing ever returns the same, but everything leaves a mark." The story disappeared minutes later, but it was enough to send social media into a frenzy. For those who still believe in their connection, that phrase was not random, it was an echo of the same longing that had brought Halil back to that place. Television pundits quickly seized the story. In talk shows and celebrity panels, analysts debated the significance of the gesture. One commentator said, "Halil isn't the kind of man to seek publicity. If he went there, it wasn't for the cameras, it was for closure, or perhaps for forgiveness." Others speculated that this quiet pilgrimage might mark the beginning of something new, not necessarily romance but peace. Adding to the intrigue, footage from a security camera at the Riverside Cafe surfaced a day later. In the grainy video, Halil can be seen writing something on a napkin before leaving it neatly folded on the table. The cafe owner claimed the napkin bore the initials ST written in blue ink. Whether it was a message, a memory, or a simple habit, no one can say for sure, but fans are treating it as a relic of modern love, the tangible trace of feelings too delicate to express aloud. Another villager offered yet another piece of the puzzle. Before leaving town, Halil stopped by a tiny flower shop and bought a small bouquet of wildflowers. When the shopkeeper asked who they were for, he smiled and answered, "For someone who still lights up my days, even when she's far away." The phrase, carried through screenshots and reposts, has since become a viral emblem of undying affection. And yet, beneath all the speculation and digital poetry, there lies something simpler: a man confronting his past, and a woman rediscovering the meaning of her own story. A Turkish journalist captured it perfectly in his Sunday column. Halil didn't return for Sila, he returned to meet the version of himself that only she had known. Neither party has spoken publicly since, but the universe may be scripting its own next scene. Both are scheduled to attend the same charity gala in Istanbul in the coming days. Fans are already on alert, waiting for a glance, a nod, a single photograph that could suggest a turning of the page. So, what do you think? Was Halil's trip an act of love, a search for closure, or a symbolic farewell? Could destiny be offering them a second chance, or was it simply a man revisiting the echoes of what once was? Share your thoughts below, we love reading your insights and theories. And before you go, remember, stories like this are why whatever you need exists. To uncover not just the who and what, but the why, the heartbeat behind every headline. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tap the join button if you want to help us continue telling the stories that the world feels but rarely understands. Until next time, keep your heart open, your curiosity alive, and remember, sometimes, even silence speaks louder than words.